right, good afternoon once again. I'm Payment Solution alive from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. Have a tenancy dispute reported by between Mr. Joseph Ishagoro Ikwe against Mr. Emmanuel Owumi. Please join us as we interview the tenant and also contact the landlord for a better resolution. And follow us on our Facebook page of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you once again. Okay, Mr. Joseph, let's hear you out. What is the problem?
All right, I rented a 3-bedroom flat. The tenancy was to run from April this year till March 31st next year.
Okay.
Moving into the house, like 3 days after we moved in, it rained. And while we were sleeping in the night, we just had water on our body. So when we woke up, we discovered that the house was flooding. Then we moved into the sitting room and discovered it was worse. So in the morning, I quickly went to the landlord because he lives in the compound too. Knocking his door, his wife came out. Her first expression was, water, Abi. Please, we are sorry. And Daddy was talking about it. He came out and said he was sorry, I should not worry, he was gonna fix it. He actually brought a carpenter who came around, checked some things, and then said it was done. But I discovered it continued. So when it rained again, I called him and said maybe he should come and have a look. He came, he saw the water in the sitting room everywhere. I took him around the house with his last son. He said he had called the carpenter. The carpenter was on traffic, that the carpenter would come. After then, nothing was said again. And, I kept giving him time. I didn't even say the word. But eventually, he started bringing in other issues like he's the only one that must pump water for tenants in the house. Later, he said he cannot be pumping water every day, that pumping water will be once in 2 days. I didn't say a word to that. Later, he said the pumping machine was faulty.
Hello, good afternoon.
But meanwhile, the pumping machine is faulty.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Mrs. Shola. I'm calling you from Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Office, where you are supposed to have meeting with us.
Okay.
All right, please hold on. You are listening to the complaint of your tenants. Let's see how we can attend to that.
Okay, my dear.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Like I said, I paid for a house,
Yeah.
3-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
And we moved in. The rent was to run for April this year till March 31st next year. But on moving in, we discovered that there were defects with the roof. It rained and in the night, and water was pouring on us. So when we woke up, discovered that it was not just the bedroom, sitting room, and virtually everywhere was leaking. I went to the landlords in the morning and knocked. His wife came out and said, "Water, Abi. We are sorry. Daddy was even talking about it in the night." So he said, I should not worry, he was going to fix it. Which he brought a carpenter after some time and checked and did some things and said, "He's done it, is fixed." But it took a while, there was no rain. But anytime it drizzled, I still noticed that there were drops, which I called his attention to. When finally it rained properly, we had virtually, like, the situation was virtually the same. I went and told him in the morning maybe he should come and have a look, which he came with his last son, had a look on everything and said, shouldn't worry, he has called the carpenter is on hold up, he traveled, he's on traffic, he's coming. After then, nothing was said, which I kept giving space. But then, other issues began to come. When I moved in, I discovered I said he's the only one that pumps water in the house. I didn't say a word to that. As far as I have water, we paid for the pumping of water actually, 1,000 naira monthly.
Pumping of water in the compound?
Yes, we pay for it 1,000 every month.
How many of you? How many are you?
We are 2 tenants, plus the landlords that live in the compound.
Is there borehole there?
It's a well.
It's a well.
It's a well.
Right.
So, all right. So I was passing one day when he told me that he cannot be pumping the water every day anymore. That it will be twice the interval of 2 days because the machine is getting weak. I didn't say a word. Later, we discover he would have water, we will not have water. He has 3 tanks, we have only 1 tank as tenant. He will have water that even people are buying outside, we will not have water. We asked, he said he doesn't know what is the issue. We should go and get the technician. All the technicians that he brought, and all of them said there was no issue with the pumping machine. The only issue is if he's pumping for one person, he should off the other side when one is full. That's when I discovered that there's a way to off for one side and leave for the other side. Eventually, and anytime they come, he will say, we the tenants, is a problem, we have to take care of the bills of whatever the technicians, which I was doing quietly. Then, since the day I brought his attention, secondly, to the fact that he should come and see the leakage in my house, he started giving attitude to answering my greetings, which I didn't pay attention to. But later, they said the whole water was not pumping anymore in the pumper, that the well needed to be dredged. Before we moved in, he said he had just done the dredging work, but that the water needed to be, the well needed to be dredged, and that we have to pay all of us. The money will be divided. So I was angry, like, why should I be paying my own quietly? You ask for this, I do my own. But my roof, he has been mute about it. So I didn't even answer because he sent the other tenants to me. I didn't answer her. He called and said, he called me, I came. He said he heard that I didn't answer his message. That was the problem. I said the problem is my roof. He said no, the roof is a different matter. I should not take it like that. He's going to fix the roof. This one is a water issue. I should do it. While he was talking later on, he said I should not allow him to change it for me. That was what he used. Joseph, don't allow me to change it for you. I didn't say a word. He finished talking. I went upstairs. Later, I came down with the money, gave him the money. He said I should hold the money first. That's for the dredging of the well. I should hold the money first. I said, no, take the money. He said, no, I should hold it. I should keep it. You will take it, but I should keep it. I went back. The work was done. Okay. He started pumping. The water started coming, in the intervals that he pumps. Then, suddenly, I was somewhere in the evening. He called me and said that since that
Mr. Manuel, are you with us, sir?
I'm with you, madam.
Okay, go ahead.
that I refused to pay for dredging. I said I didn't refuse. I gave you the money you didn't collect. He said since I refused, he wants to inform me that he's not going to pump water for us again until I pay that money. So I should come and pay the money that evening. Of course, I didn't have the money to pay that evening. I came back, I didn't say a word. And when I saw him the following day, of course, he didn't pump the water truly. When I saw him after like 2 days, I told him that okay, I will pay him by month end, the dredging, which I had given before and he turned down the money. I will pay him by month end. Meanwhile, there was a time he said that he used his gen. Though we have like almost like that gen was used to pump water. And I said, but I didn't see the water. I said, well, gen was used. So I have to pay 1,000. The other tenant has to pay 1,000. Okay, since then, he stopped answering my greeting and everything. Eventually, he brought quick notice. He has not fixed the roof. Anytime it rains, the place gets flooded. In fact, some of the walls, the sockets, when it rains, it will be shocking. Like you could feel electric shocks and the rest. He has not fixed that. We paid for sweeping. For a while now, the woman that sweeps the compound, I've not seen her. When I eventually met her, I said, you've not been coming, what's the problem? She said the landlord asked her to stop coming because we asked her if she could get somebody to be helping my wife work on Saturdays, and she brought in a woman. Because of that, the landlord stopped her from coming. I went to his agent to complain about the water issue. The agent said the landlord has told him he's aware of the roofing problem. But why the landlord does not want to fix it is what he cannot say. But the landlord is aware of it, you know. So instead of fixing, he just brought in quick notice. I am not saying I don't want to leave, but the issue is that I cannot stay from now. I've just stayed from my rent that reached from April to now, and I have a long time to go. Will I continue to subject my family in that kind of situation as if I didn't pay for it? That was why I came to the office.
So what do you want?
The issue is that I've had a lot of issues, and the summary of what I want is that I don't even want to leave. I've stayed for like 4 months. If he can take his 4-month rent, refund me my balance, let me find somewhere else, because I didn't pay for all these troubles, and I didn't bargain for them.
It's all right. Let's hear you out, please, Mr. Manu.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I heard everything. You see, madam,
Yes, sir.
this man came to my company and I gave him a house. All the conditions the agent gave,
The Bluetooth
I
device
thought
is
therefore,
ready to pair.
I thought it was his son who wants to steal. What this one is talking about.
What is the other one for this? Take it to speaker.
When the rain starts falling now, he did not do it well. I want to employ AY, which of course I gave 75,000. The man come and took his own gas cook, to cook the bitumen, to do the whole roof round. He was the one that called me and said, this man works very well. So I now told AY, I will not give you your balance. Finish the work. He said, no problem, if anywhere in the house, do. Then the rain falls heavily after 3 days. Then another spot, he came to call me and said, let's go. With the carpenter. It's not the place. I said, okay, fine. They were see your work. Don't let any small boy come and insult me, or man come and insult me. Better climb that roof and go and do it.
Hello.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I said, they were better climb that roof and go and do it.
Okay.
And I told him, I cannot let my house, my own apartment is not leaking. Then I will wish you that your house will leak. Don't go down from the edge of things. We don't like trouble. I said, okay, don't worry, we'll do it. I called AY again. AY said, oh, I have job somewhere. I'm coming. Then I was annoyed with AY. As we finished this other discussion, AY did not come. Then I called AY and said, well, I will change your other people. You will come and only go back. And on the process of this process, the process, the well has problem. That they want to pump the back the well that is blocked. And I called Mr. Joseph. I said, see what happened. He said, okay. Then I started passing the well. Everything, they charge me money. The madam who is downstairs tried with them. They agree. The way did not go through. So they come again and pack it properly. It was standing there. And the one that got called, I said, Joseph, I sent this woman to call you. He said, you're not coming. Am I your age? I'm 71 years my age. That will not brought up. I said, okay, no problem. Then he now walked to me. Talk. He did not answer. He did not say one word. He now left his apartment. He came back. When we were back from the house walking, he brought the money. He said, please, I don't like it. You cannot cheat me. Go with your money. Go with your money, please. I beg you. I don't do America. I'm a Christian before. Go with your money. You stand with us. This guy, he said, okay, please hold it. I think go with your money. Because of this money will bring in some school. Let me do my house. I'm in the airport. My car is not there. With my children, they will go and pump it for you. They want to run down from airport to come and pump water for you. Abba. They went to my house and called my children and they went to pump water for him. I said, don't be calling me. The children are at home. Meet them. I don't do what I want to meet them.
Okay, did you actually give him quick notice?
Oh, that, madam.
Yeah.
You ask no question, I'm very straight. I give him quick notice.
Okay, on what basis? So that we'll be able to attend to the case and face the other one. Because you are not here. If you are here, it will be faster. But as you are there, we are running our card calling you. So we just have to go straight to the point.
If you do it, no problem. But one thing I try to tell you is that I give him quick notice. I say, when your rent expire back, I want to renovate my house.
Okay, if you give him a notice to quit, he have full right to enjoy every benefit of that house.
Yes, why not?
Good.
It's not because I'm diabetic, I will have been there.
Yeah.
So this is my clinic day, but I stop it.
Then
I'm not feeling fine.
What he's complaining about, like the leaking of the roof and
Madam, I'm finished the roof. Ask him whether I do it or not.
But he said he's still leaking.
Madam, ask him whether I spend money or not.
He said he's still leaking, but we'll send our staff to come and inspect the place because he have right to enjoy apartment that he paid for one.
But he has right to enjoy the apartment.
Yes.
And he has right to enjoy water without paying his money.
You said what?
He has right to enjoy his water, everything. But he refuses to pay the money.
Hold on. Normally, how things should be done, you are to fix water in your apartment. Tenants are not, as far as it's not a government water, if it's a borehole, tenants are not supposed to be paying every month for pumping of water. If they so desire, if they have a central line where they pay for
the
pumping.
pumping machine has a special, no, madam. The pumping has a special line.
Okay, if the pumping machine, hold on, please, excuse me. If pumping machine have a special line, they should be able to know how much NEPA is providing monthly for the pumping machine.
3,000.
3,000.
Yes.
That is the bill brought from the NEPA office.
You buy card and you buy rechargeable card. You buy it.
Okay, it's a prepaid card. It's a prepaid meter attached to it. Good. Good. But if they are paying, then they shouldn't. They should know. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be giving them the water or try to. Instead, they should have water to their apartment 24/7. You cannot tell them you pump water today. You cannot pump water tomorrow. Even for the neatness and hygienic aspect of it, water should be running in an apartment 24 hours.
Madam, will you listen to me?
I am listening to you. I can listen. I can hear you.
Look, I don't believe anybody can go to heaven. God. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. If that man is there, it's supposed that I'm not there. I pump water. Maybe I'm the one pumping the water. I'm the retirement officer. I'm the one pumping the water. Why is he telling lies?
You're pumping water every day?
He does not pump water. I wake up like today now when we're talking. We don't have life for 2 days. I wake up around 4 o'clock to pump the water.
I think what you should do, excuse me, you don't need, you said you are not feeling fine. I don't know why you should be yelling from that side. If you are in this office, what will you do? I think the best bet is to station the pumping machine as it, the pumping switch as it is being placed in any other public compound or where you have tenants. You fix the pumping switch where any other person can pump. They don't need to stress you, neither call any member of your family to pump water. You just go by the corner, on the machine, if the water is running out.
You will go there and on it and leave it. Whether the person is light, the person doesn't like, doesn't concern them. And if the pumping machine burns, if it burns.
There is a way, hold on. Excuse me, sir. Hold on, Oga. We have all lived in the compound where they pump water. The pumping machine, there is a stopper.
It's not in my house, we tap I do.
hold on. Then every borehole have a stopper. When you fix pumping machine there, you put a stopper. Even if the machine is on, as far as water reduces, if the water started pumping, the stopper will not stop. But once the tank got filled, automatically it stops. So nobody need to on or off. They don't need to be offing the switch and on the switch. You leave the switch permanently. Once light never bring, yes, if never brings light, it started pumping. Once the tank gets filled, it stopped on its own. So that nobody needs to be going there, pump today, don't pump this night. You are waking me from sleep. I'm at the airport and all that. All that is an excuse. I mean, it's a disturbance as far as I'm concerned. So it should be put in that way.
You leave it on.
Yes.
Madam, I'm not sure.
I've lived in the same, and every other person that have lived or used pumping machine. Yeah, that is what prepaid. Your prepaid can only run when you are using it. Prepaid doesn't run if you don't use it. You leave it.
There's a tank forward.
The prepaid organ, you are a learned person.
The prepaid will not change the pumping of the water to my side or to their side. You just the permanent on.
Hold on. If you have, like in this compound, we have pumping machine organ. Pumping machine pump water to the first floor, pump water to the down floor. And if you on the pumping machine, all they need to do is to turn the switch that goes to the up. And if the tank up gets filled, they turn the switch that comes down. And that is the sorry?
He used the same tank with the tenant behind.
The issue is you complaining they are disturbing you to come and pump water while you are at the airport. And if you place that pumping switch where any other person can pump it, you have just 2 tenants in the house plus yourself. So I don't expect all this stress. In a compound where you have up to 10 tenants, this doesn't come up. So you have just 2 tenants in the compound. So why would they be complaining about all this? You place it. The fault is from you, sir. You place that where they should, any other person can pump it without coming to your apartment to knock at the door or calling your children to come and pump, which may lead to something else. Then the issue of the roof, if his house is leaking and your attention has been called and it has not been fixed, if you have any proof of anything damaged by the water there, we have to do things according to the law. If you give him quick notice and within the period he stays there and the water damage anything, you will replace them. You have to pay those things for him. You have to replace them if there are things that is replaceable. And if he stays without enjoying his rent, and at the end you ask him to leave, if he did not leave at that moment, it's only court that can also move them out of the house. Otherwise, he will be there while you people will still be arguing on how much he has spent to buy water. Sorry, how much he has spent, what the water has damaged, the leakage of the roof have damaged in his apartment. But I believe cohabiting peacefully is the best way of living with any other human being. You look into his complaint, let the roof be properly put in place, then the water aspect of it, let them have water at will, without any disturbance. It is their right and it must be given to them. Because if there is any issue and you don't want him in that apartment, then you get a refund of the remaining balance. It will vacate your house. Yes. If you can minus the 4 months he has spent and you are willing, can you take water, please? I hope you are fine there.
No problem. Desire. Give me water. Okay, madam.
Sorry about that.
No problem, ma'am.
So if you don't need him, if he's a tenant that disturbs and you don't need his presence in the house, please make refund of the remaining balance so that they can look for apartment and leave the house. So that every other person, you look for another tenant to put in there. Otherwise, listen to his complaint, put it in place, and let both of you live peacefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had, but one thing I will try to tell you, I've heard from you. I don't want problem. Anything he wants, I'll follow up with it. I'll do it. Let it go more of my house.
It's all right. When would that be, sir?
I don't know. You should tell me and do complete the agent and discuss with the agent.
Okay. When do you want to back out? When did you want to back out? It's, I think when you give him money, then you move out. And I think what, yes, so whenever you give him money, you move out. And if you are giving him money to move out, don't expect him to leave to stay till maybe after 6 months time.
Madam,
Yes.
I know I'll be very free by Monday. Do you want to see me in your office on Monday?
I'll be very grateful to have you in the office, sir.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Then my body will be a bit stronger. On Monday, I will be with you.
It's all
With
right.
the agent.
It's
We are
okay.
coming there.
It's all right.
All these ones they are talking about that I'm not it's just coming to life. I'm
No.
afraid of this war.
Okay, sir. No
I'm
problem.
afraid of this war.
Okay, see you
I've
then
been
on
telling her
Monday,
to
sir.
stay there for 2 years, it did not pay. And I said, go with the money. It did not go with my life. So I don't like problems. I'm from Delta State. So that this man, or what I did, that man is still down by you there. So they go with us. You know.
No problem, sir. See you on Monday, sir.
And you should try and pay that money I used to repay that way.
Let's see you on Monday, sir.
Tell me to that money.
Sir, Mr. Emmanuel, let's see you on Monday, sir.
That you should not pay the money.
I said, let's see you on Monday. I thought you said you are coming on Monday for final
I'll come on
resolution.
Monday.
Yeah,
Come on Monday.
we'll see you on Monday. Whatever,
Alright,
we'll
man.
discuss that on Monday. Thank you, sir.
No problem, no problem.
So, I'm playing now. Thank you, Jerry. All right, thank you, viewer, for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.chrgac.org.ng. We'll have a final resolution of this case on Monday as we have Mr. Emmanuel and the agent back in our office. Okay, stay put, to be back in a moment. Thank you.